What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Circon giving you the final day of the Advent Calendar 2017. The 24 daily videos informing you if the Advent Calendar offers are worth a single fuck. And just like last year, it wasn't all too impressive. Although I do like myself the T92. So yeah, I guess we got that going so other people could pick up a Cromwell B, you know. And yesterday's M4190 was also pretty damn good. Alright, so what's today offer? And most of you already guessed it. I did not know that this was coming for this day. I was hoping it would just be a New Year's tank or something. But it is this fucking thing. Mauerbrecher or something. I think it's like Wall Destroyer something. It's about a unified Berlin thing. For some reason, they're not selling the coolest version of this tank. They are selling it standard for 41 euros, bundled for 70. And if you want to, you know, spend 130 euros, you can. But yeah, they're not selling the coolest version. What is the coolest version? This motherfucking version. I want this version, and we're gonna get it anyway. Because it has a bike, and I'm Dutch. I want a bike. Damn it! Give me the bike. So yeah, I'm not really sure. You'd think Wargaming would learn by now to release a special camo and a non-camo version after 7 billion other tanks. They would release the ones without the special camo as well, especially if it has a bike. Wargaming. But yeah, anyway, let's get into it. I'm gonna mispronounce this every time, so I'm gonna call the VK 168. Okay. So what are we looking at? Relatively low DPM, 440 damage. Dispersion pretty high there. Shell velocity really trash. APCR 1000, decent. APCR is 260 pen, 220 base pen, by the way, is decent. Nothing, it's not great. It's decent for a heavy tank. 440 alpha as well with the 12.8 centimeter gun, which is nice for overmatching purposes. I think they really buffed the horsepower in this thing. This used to be way shittier, I think, with the first iterations of it. 8 degrees to gun depression, 400 fuel range is really nice, 1700 health is really nice, 20,000 speed is resident fucking sleeper. But you know, if this thing would go 50, I'd be all over it. Could you imagine ramming all the things? 180 front, 130 side, 230. So we're just dealing with another super heavy. How does this compare to the other tier 8 that's already in the game? Well, actually, it's almost exactly the same. So if you really like your VK 101P, then you'll probably like this tank as well, because it's pretty much the same, slightly less power to weight and less armor. But in the turret, it doesn't really matter. And in the hull, it's 20 less. There is one thing, however, so it's exactly the same in every respect ever. There's a couple of key differences, so let's talk about it. Let me put it up on live. So the armor, it has a turret in the front, which is both an advantage and a disadvantage. Side scraping wise, it's a disadvantage, of course, a little bit, in comparison to the non-premium, let's say. However, this thing actually has weak spots on top 150, and it has like a machine gun port that straight on is about 160-ish, which means, you know, almost everyone will pen you there. Even on the sides, as you can see here, you will still pen. There's also a nice meme here, is that you can actually pen the gun mantlet here for, it's like 140. So this, somebody tweeted this at me. 80 effective on the, and that actually does damage as well, as far as I can tell. So you have weak spot there, and even this weird ass weak spot here. Everything else solid as a rock against tier 8, 7, and 9, or sorry, tier 8, 7, and 6s. Lower plate is about 180 plus. Let's see, unangled. Yeah, it's almost 200, so 175 pen guns will not go through it. This basically means that it's indestructible as long as you manage to hide the weak spots, which is fairly hard to do, especially the cupola. And it's weak all around as well, of course. The cupola, that is. The back is still like 100 plus, so don't even think about HEing it. Besides 130, 190 there. So it's a well-armored tank with 2 key weak spots, so it's not like some overpowered bullshit. So this is where it difference from the regular VK that you know, doesn't have those weak spots at all. Even the Cupola is really strong as well. So overall, what is this tank? It's another super heavy. Am I happy that there's another super heavy at tier 8? No, I'm not. I really think the super heavy meta should have stayed at tier 10 with the mouse. And I don't think it has any business being in, especially tier 8 and lower has no businesses of being super heavies. Personally, I don't think that's a really good idea. Because, especially with these things, is that tier 9s and 10s will still shit on you, but you will shit on tier 7 and 6s. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I have to be honest here, I'm not a fan of super heavies to begin with. So, I might be a little bit like biased in that way, but at least I'm honest about it, I guess. I would not recommend buying this tank, and I'm not too happy that it's in the game. Like, what's next? They're gonna add a Chinese tier 8, or sorry, Japanese one, and it's gonna be like the oh ho 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 next year, where it's gonna be like Merry Christmas bitches and oh ho that makes money with a derp gun, or something like that. Like, I don't want this whatsoever. So I'm not too happy with this. Is it a good tank? I think it's decent. I mean, it's obviously a worse version of this tier 8, which, you know, is a good thing that they're making a premium tank that is slightly worse than the original, instead of just making it way better than the original. So that's the only good thing I can take away from this. That Wargaming is at least looking at that. And the T92s seemed like a pretty decently balanced tank as well. So hopefully this is the, you know, kind of the path they're taking now. However, please, super heavies, man. Can we? I don't want to see a single super heavy in 2018. Not a single one. I do want a bike though. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to all the Advent calendar videos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it was informative, and maybe you learned something. Maybe you made some actual good purchases this year and then just went ham and bought everything. But yeah, thank you guys for that support. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad you guys are enjoying the series. I guess I'll see you next year if you're just watching the Advent calendar videos. Or maybe I'll see you tomorrow with some more daily uploads of regular games. And I haven't really been uploading the regular games all that much, because if I upload 2 videos a day, one of them barely gets views. In either case, that would be a bad thing. So yeah, more regular games after today. So stick around, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.